Okay, this just popped into my head this morning. You know, my mom had asked me last time I spoke with her on Mother's Day. She said, "So, what are you doing? What are you doing up there?" And I was like, you know, I'm taking some free online classes, and I didn't really have an answer for her. That was a good one. I told her what I was doing, and I was doing good, and I was feeling good, and feeling great, on days. But I'm sitting here and I'm going, I know what I'm doing here. I'm transmuting energy. I'm healing my inner child. I'm learning how to be okay in my skin. And I'm trying, finally, just being. I'm being the person that I was always supposed to be. And I never thought it was okay to be. Just be. Just sit. Listen to the trucks. Listen to the trees speak to me. She speaks to me every day because she's the most beautiful thing in the whole world to me. So I'm sitting here and transmuting energy, healing my inner child, learning to be okay with who I am, changing the program that I've lived for so long, unlearning everything I've learned. Everything I thought was right is wrong, and everything was wrong was right is right. It's like, what a beautiful thing just to sit and listen to the birds. It's not easy becoming who you're supposed to be. It's putting down everything you thought you were. Everything that made sense doesn't make sense anymore. You just don't see things the same way anymore. I hope you could see the tree. It doesn't make sense. There's so many things that I want to talk about. Things that really have changed the way that you look at life and the way our system is and the way our churches are. It's just so much. It's just so much. How do you put it in its place? How do you make sense of everything in the world that we live in today? I think it all goes back to the beginning anyway, right? Everything they said was nonsense and wasn't real, like the ancient civilizations and ancient texts. It's not real. Well, either is the bullshit that you've been feeding us for centuries. It's not real. It's all fake. It's just what they want you to believe to fit into their society. can make you a good producer. But anyway, as I sit here on the porch, transmuting energy, breaking patterns, there's really nothing that shows. You know, there's no product. There's nothing that says, oh, this is what I've been doing. This is what, because there's nothing that shows on the outside. You know, there's nothing being produced. I have no money from this. I have no outside gain except for some nice artwork. I've been doing some artwork, art therapy, Cyprienne's art therapy. But all those changes, everything that I've been working on, everything that's been going on with me, it's all inside. You don't see it, but I feel it. There's a difference. So the world might think I'm just hibernating in here, being naive to the world, or I'm not realistic, not being a fundamental person, that's a structure that I've always been, a foundational person that works, supports, and is on the mill. No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to ever do that again. But there are changes, and there is production. It's hard work becoming free, because freedom isn't free. Freedom is not free. It will cost you everything. Be blessed. Be in your bliss.